Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my craft room. We're going to be stamping a card today using the Everything Is Rosy product medley that Stampin' Up! Has available during the month of May. Now today is May the 30th, so you have today and tomorrow to order this amazing suite of products as long as it's still available. So let me show you what's in the suite. Mine is just about gone because I've been using it a lot, but there's still whacks of stuff. So I'll just get this out of the way so I can lay the stuff out for you. There's one of the ribbons, and here's, oops, I have little pieces left too. Here's the other ribbon. Now this is Night of Navy, and it is edged in rose gold foil. Morning, Valerie. Am I the right way up this morning? So these two rolls come in your kit, and there's 10 yards on each roll. Okay, I'm just going to check and make sure I'm oriented correctly because apparently I did a video in last week for my club and it was sideways. Oops. So you get four sheets, two of each sheet of labels and other stuff. They're laser cut, so you just pop them out. So there's two of each of these sheets, and they're all edged in rose gold. And then you get, let me get my parcel pieces out of the way here so I can show you. There's one of those die cuts. All right, so you get 8 sheets of rose gold copper or rose gold foil. It looks copper, but it's really not. It's rose gold. And I have one left. And then there's some different designer papers. There's this one and that one. Oh, look, another piece of rose gold. Yay. Hey, what other? There's 4 of them, 5 of them in here, I think. And there's that one. And there's that one. And, oh, there's 6 different ones. And you get a whole bunch of each one. I think it was 8 sheets of each one. So there you go. Those are the different designer papers. And, of course, they're double-sided. So there's 3 of them. And with the rose gold. Oh, good. Thanks, Val. There's the rose gold accents in them, and then the other side is got lovely patterns that don't have the accents. So that's those 3, and then there's these ones. I'll put this one on the top because it is so pretty. Look, just look. Oh, so that's the rose gold side, and there's the plain side. I don't know about you, but I just have not been able to use this side because these rose gold sides are just so pretty. So I have enough to make a whole bunch more cards and other projects. It's not just cards. Then there's also the mirrored embellishment. So these things come with a little plastic liner on them. You know how when you get a new TV, you get that liner? Well, they have them so that they don't get scratched. There's those ones. Then it comes with a container of rose gold shimmer paint. And I'll tell you, this is one of my favorite ones. Look at that. Just look at that. So I mixed it in one of our spritzers with 70% rubbing alcohol and made a spritz out of it. And we'll be using it today for On Our Words. I probably can't see it. Yeah. I'm also going to show you a way to use this and a stylus on the card today. And we're going to use this on the card. So this card was originally inspired by Liz Yule off of Pinterest. And she created this one. Sort of. I added my own touches and stuff to it. And this one has the mirrored embellishments on it. Then I did it in my seniors group yesterday, and I didn't have enough of the rose gold foil for everybody. So we just used one of the designer papers. instead of the rose gold, and then added the shimmer dots, glitter dots to it instead of the mirrored things. So I'm going to do this card today, but I'm going to put the mirrored things on there. Oops, let's just put this where you can actually see it. So there's the inside. And here's the inside to the original one I did. So I used the rose gold and the stylish just to dot, dot, dot in amongst, see those little berry-like things? That's what I did. So I'm going to kind of do a variation of both of those for the inside. But first of all, I have a package of Wood Textures designer paper to give away from last week. I did a card using the Wood Textures paper, and then I put everybody's name in who commented, liked, or shared. And I'm happy to report that Jen M. Intofino, you are going to own this entire package of Wood Textures designer paper. Isn't that cool? Thank you so much for joining me. I haven't decided what I'm doing this week, but I've got a whole tickle trunk full of stuff that I can give away now, so hopefully I'll remember to do it by the time the video is done today. Okay, recipe. So this is the recipe for the card. I used Night of Navy, oh, pardon me, Night of Navy and Melon Mambo ink, the Night of Navy marker, and the rose gold shimmer paint and spritz. And then it's thick Whisper White, Night of Navy, Whisper White, gold foil, some designer paper. Then everything in this card is in the rose gold Everything Is Rosy product medley kit, except for the inks. Oh, and the cardstock, the white and the navy. But all the designer paper, the shimmer paint, the embellishments, everything. Everything. I see this one got a little bent and it's bothering me. Okay, stamp set. Everything Is Rosy stamp set. I love the fonts in this one. They're so pretty, and you can use them for everybody. It's got almost everything you need. And then there's the Everything Is Rosy dies that coordinate with it. So here's the dies. Some of them cut out images. They do. You just have to wiggle it a bit till you find the spot that it fits. I know it's annoying. I agree with you. There you go. So that one cuts that out. This one cuts that. Then this is that leaf. This is this leaf. That's that leaf. And that is that leaf. And then there's the little tiny flower. And then you have these left over that don't match up with any of the stamps, but they make incredible die cuts. So we're going to be using this long one today. Hey, let's just put these all back on here so I don't lose it. As you know how things go missing in my craft room. Sometimes I just don't have a clue where they go. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side. We're also going to use the well-written dies today. This is what they say. There's lots of them. Glue dots will work. Hi, Lorraine. Glue dots will work, Val. Oh, to hold it down? Yeah, I know. It just got bent yesterday. And I haven't had a chance. So these are all the words that the well-written dies contain. Now you can get this in a bundle until the 3rd of June. And it comes with a stamp set. And I can't remember the name of this stamp set. Let me get my catalog. And we'll find out together. But you can use this without the stamp set. This was in the Occasions catalog that came out in January. So there it is. So there's the dies, and here's the stamp set, the Well Said stamp set. And there is 51 stamps in there to say just about anything you need. So that's available. I should tell you what the price is. Pardon me. It's available until June the 3rd as a bundle for $103.50, so that's a 10% savings. And then on June the 4th, it's still going to be in the catalog. It just won't be offered at a discount anymore. So we're going to use Happy Birthday. Okay, here we go. Envelope, card base, inside piece, Night of Navy, Whisper White, Designer Series paper, and I always make this paper the 6-inch size and then cut it off, because I hate it when you put things together and you get that little strip of cardstock at the bottom or the top. This is for doing your sentiment, and these two pieces are to do the long die cut, and I leave them at 6 inches as well. Okay. Let's get all the pieces. So the first thing we'll do is do the die cut, the strip die cut, because then it's out of the way. Now yesterday, pardon me, at my seniors group, we have a big shot that we leave there, and of course the plates are no longer available, so I was trying to encourage them to get longer life out of your big shot cutting plates. Don't always cut in the middle, because then it will warp, and you can see this one is quite warped. But if you cut on the sides or the ends as well, it helps keep that warping under control. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this through the big shot and go slowly. Sing yourself a song or something. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Yeah, I promise I won't sing. We had our youngest grandson here with his father for the weekend, and we sang the hippopotamus song. It was so cute. Okay, there's one. He, and I forgot to bring over my brush and die. He lives quite a ways from us, so we don't get to see him very often. It was a true treat, and it was a surprise. He was so excited. He did not want to tell us that he was coming, so he made Daddy swear that he wouldn't tell him either. So when they drove in on Thursday afternoon, it was a lovely surprise. I had asked our son if he was planning on bringing Blake with him, and his reply was, would it make a difference if I did? Because they wanted to keep it a secret, and it's so funny. Okay, so I'm going to do Happy Birthday while I'm at it. I don't have adhesive sheets on the back here because they have now sold out, so you won't be able to order them anymore. So I'll show you how to do that with just some Tombow glue. And I'm slowly running that through, singing the hippopotamus song in my mind. I may never get that out of my head again. But that's okay. One day I'll know the entire song. Alright, there we go. I'll put that there where I won't lose it. Let's get rid of these pieces, because did you notice I have a brand new sheet of grid paper on my stamping space today? I decided it was time for a new one. Okay, so we want to spritz this with the shimmer paint, and you can either do it before or after, but if you do it before, then you have to let it sit there and dry for quite a while before you die cut it, otherwise it will rip. So I opted to do the spritzing afterwards. Yeah, I'm telling you that because it sounds like that was my plan, right? When in reality, I completely forgot to do it. So there's the birthday. The good thing is with this card, there's a lot of forgiveness in it. if you don't have to worry about putting ribbon on underneath. Okay, that's really bothering me. You guys know me and my OCD, so I'm just going to take a little bit of Tombow on the end of my stylus and just put it. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just running it underneath that leaf that won't sit down. And I'm just there. That's better. Whew. Okay, so now we've got just about everything done, and we'll be able to start assembling. Just getting the little pieces out of the happy birthday. Now, if I had gone and gotten my brush and pad set, these little pieces wouldn't be in there because it pushes them all out, and this die set really releases the cardstock easily. And the new ones that Stampin' Up's coming out with, oh my, they are spectacular. They release so easily. Okay, so now, oh yeah, there we go. It's like you have to kind of play with it a bit to get it released from itself, like that. And because it's 6 inches and the die is 6 inches, then there was a little bit there to cut off. I'm just removing the pieces I don't want. Oh, I just removed the wrong one. Well, that was brainiac, wasn't it? So I slept in this morning. So apparently I should have stayed in bed. There we are. Oh well, you can't tell that I messed that up. No. Nope. Nope. And cut off the other end. So when I put this on the cardstock, we're going to cut off the ends anyways, so it's not a big deal. Now let's try not to poke out the one that I want to keep on there. Oh yeah. Okay. What did you see on Facebook, Valerie? I can't remember what I said that you commented about. Okay, so now you take your designer series paper, there it is, and we're going to put some tape down each side, relatively close to the side, so that we can attach our die cuts to it. Now this is when you have to decide, oops, that's a little too far, how you want your die cut to be, because they're longer than your designer paper piece. And so we're going to attach them. Oh, apparently I didn't. Okay, so the designer paper is the same length, and then we'll... Yeah, Global TV News, when they boo-boo like that, they say they misspoke. So I just misspoke. I didn't really lie. I didn't really make it sound like I didn't know what I was talking about, right? Well, I prepped these kits a while ago. And then apparently I wasn't paying attention yesterday when the ladies were putting theirs together. At least I remembered today to put these on before I attach this to the rest of the card. Okay, so it's really easy to attach. I just hold it down and then take this right to the edge, and I don't want any of, like, I don't want it there. You could do that if you want. Okay, we'll do that. Just because I can, and it's different. You can pretty well go do it whatever you want. The only issue is now I have to make sure the other side is the same distance as well. Okay, I didn't burnish these. That's why I'm having so much issue getting the liner off here. That, and I cut my nails yesterday. Now, I know I usually do rabbit ears, but because we're attaching the designer paper cut out to it, I don't want to do the rabbit ears. I want to have it all available. So now we're just going to play till we get it lined up the way we want. There we are. Now we're going to layer it onto the white. So I need to put some more. I need to get my Tombow out of the way. There we are. And some on the other side. And just a little bit down here at the bottom. Now we're going to cut most of this off, but right now I don't know which side I want to cut off, so that's why I want to have tape right up to the end. Okay, so now you take your white piece, which is cut to the right size, and you line up where you want it. I kind of like mine centered. So I'm going to cut off a little bit of that one. Can you see the whole thing? And a little bit of this one. So now I'm going to use my rabbit ears. Maybe I'm going to use my rabbit ears. Okay, pokey tool time. So catalog launch next week, Monday, if you're local or long distance, and you can come and join us. That would be awesome. It's noon till 3, and then I do an evening session too for those that are working. So the noon to 3 one, I'm going to have a sandwich bar. We'll have some Sammys, as well as treats, and I'm also doing my bacon wrapped dates, which are always a huge hit at my events. Okay, so I'm going to lay this on here now, approximately centering it. It's stuck to my finger. Oops, not down far enough. This is the fiddly part. Getting this. It's not centered. All right. You need to center, please, and thank you. Let's try that. Okay, there we go. Now, pull out my rabbit ears underneath here. I'm just pulling that like that. Oops. So much for keeping it not bent. There we are. Now I'm going to flip it over and cut off the extra little bits. And this way you don't end up with a white line at the bottom. It's a nice clean finished edge. Now this goes on to Night of Navy like this. So I need some more adhesive. This card is so fun. I so like Everything Is Rosy. And who thought that it would still be available? Not me. I thought definitely for sure it would sell out, but as of last night when I looked, it was still available. And today begins the Stampin' Up! Retiring Products discount sale. So you can save up to 30% on some of the items on the retiring list. And if you need to see that, you can go to my store, go to glendamollet.stampinup.net and then click on Shop Now. And it will take you to my online store. And then you go to retiring list or good last chance. I think they call it last chance products. And then I'm just clicking so I can make sure. Yeah, last chance products under the shop. And then you come up with retiring stamps, retiring bundles, and everything else. Oh, so yesterday they had a link for... Okay, so they don't have the discounted prices on the internet, but I have them posted in my Facebook group, which is in my craft room, Stamping with Glenda. And they're available. I did screenshots of them, so just have a look in there. Or email or call me. I'm happy to help. Was supposed to be going to watch our grandson's swim this morning, but he has open cuts on his hands. Apparently he scratched himself again. So he won't be swimming today. So I don't have to rush out to the swimming pool. So I'm just putting adhesive on this. Now we're going to put it onto our card front. Oh, our grandson was so excited that they managed to keep it a secret. When they drove in, I went out the back door and they were already out of the car. And this little face poked around the corner of the car, and he calls me Nini. And he says, "Surprise, Nini! You didn't know I was coming!" It was so fun. Oh, I love to see them. They live so far away. There's a ferry ride you have to take because of course I live on the island, on Vancouver Island. And to go anywhere outside of the island, you have to take a ferry or fly. So you have to get the ferry, which means you have to wait for an hour in the parking lot. Then the ferry ride is, depending on which way you go, is like 2 hours or an hour and a half. And then you have an 8-hour drive to the interior of British Columbia. So we don't get to visit a lot. I'm using my grid paper to line things up here, just so it's straight up and down. So it was such a joy to see them. And they got to play with their local cousins. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Well, Grandma and Grandpa had a lot of fun. There we are. There's the card front all assembled. So now all we have to do is the inside and put our happy birthday on. But I want to spritz it first with the rose gold shimmer spritz. I forgot my box. Hang on. Okay. Pick this up. I have this old Stampin' Up box that I use as my spritz box. Look at how pretty it is inside. Can you see the shimmer? Woo! I know. Bling me and bling. Alright, so now we get the shimmer paint in the spritzer. And if you're going to make these, you can use it with any of our shimmer paints. But if you're going to, make sure you use the 70%, not the 99% rubbing alcohol, because 99% takes all there's little metal flakes in here that make it kind of shiny. And it takes all those metal shakes and glumps them up into one disgusting blob at the bottom of your spritzer. So I just practiced off to the side to get any clumps out of the spritzing nozzle. Now I'm just going to take these and put them aside to dry. They take a little bit to dry, not long. And can you see the difference? They're not white anymore. They're shimmery. Okay, now inside, and we're going to line up this stamp and do it multiple times along the edge. And when I'm doing that, I like to stamp sideways because then I can then I can get things lined up. Now I want to stamp the first one. I want the stem to start off of the cardstock. And then this one I just kind of want to gently touch it to the leaf, the stem to the leaf. Now I have a square piece of paper under here. And I'm going to do the same thing to the next one. So that's how you get that string of them. I'm going to do it on the envelope as well. I love the photopolymer stamps. They're so much fun. And then I'm going to leave enough room for the address label there. So that was in Night of Navy. Now we'll get out the Melon Mambo. Man, this color's been around a while. And on the envelope, I'm just going to show you the red blotches, but on the inside, I'm going to show you a trick. So there we go. There's the envelope. And I'm not sure right now whether I want to use this on the inside. I think I'm just going to make some dots on the insides. And this is still drying. I haven't forgotten about that up there. Get rid of my spare paper here. All right. Rose gold shimmer paint. Now if you don't have the rose gold, this works with any of the shimmer paints. And my stylus, and I'm going to use, it's got a really fine edge tip on it on one side. So I'm going to use it. So just dip it in there and go dot, dot. It does like 1.5 dots. Oops, I missed that one. So you might want to just dip each time. And then you just put a set of 3 dots in a cascading pattern down your inside piece. Just that easy. All you need is shimmer paint and something that's small and round. And this stylus is perfect for this because it's exactly the size I wanted. And just do one more set there. Oh, I need something up there. Let's do one set there as well. There we are. Clean that off. All right. Now that also takes a couple of seconds to dry. So I'm just going to go around the inside with my marker, being careful not to touch. Oh, look what I did. Shimmer blots everywhere. Oh well. C'est la vie. Or I said I was going to keep my paws out of the shimmer paint, apparently. Oh, it must be on the bottle. I bet that's where it is. Yeah, see, there's a big glob there. Oh, well. Whoever gets this card gets extra sparklies. Okay, so I'm just going to set that aside to dry. And we'll attach the happy birthday. Now, yesterday, when I had my seniors group, one of the ladies who's part of my downline, and this is the second time she's made this card with me, she put it this way. Look at that. So I'm going to do that today because we can. Okay, and now I'm going to get my scrap paper back out again because I don't want to get glue all over my work surface, and turn my happy birthday over. We're going to use little tiny dots of Tombow. With this, you have to be really careful what you're doing, but remember what I have told you in the past. If you let it dry, it will become clear. Not as in everything will become clear. That's not what I mean. The Tombow goes clear, so that it acts like little tiny glue dots. So you don't have to worry about it. You know how it squirches out? Sometimes when you have too much on there, you get glue everywhere, especially this stuff. And because I'm doing such small little dots, it's not going to take long for it to go clear. There we are. You just have to be very gentle when you're... I push the glue to start, but I don't keep squeezing it. It just kind of flows itself out. There. Now we'll just get this out of the way and let that dry. Now this, I believe, is dry. Let's just stick my big paw in it. Okay, so while it's drying, let's figure out what I can give away this week. Going over to my tickle trunk. See what I have. I'm reaching into my tickle trunk, and I'm going to give away a Home to Roost stamp set. This was from Celebration. There is a lot of really cool stuff on Pinterest that you can do with this rooster. Shading and coloring and all sorts of stuff. So, like, comment, and share my video between now and Wednesday, June the 5th at 6 o'clock at night. I will put all the names in a draw next Wednesday night, and one lucky commenter viewer is going to win this stamp set. Valerie, the rose gold, as far as I know, the rose gold shimmer paint is not going to be available. It was only available in the kit. But I don't know everything. And it could be, but I'm not sure. But the good news is that you can still order the product Medley. So I'm putting this on, and can you see they've, probably can't see because it's white, but they've turned into little tiny glue dots. So I hope I got this opening the right way. Whew. How many times does that happen? More than I care to think about. Oops. Yeah. Get that on there. Get it on there. Trying to line it up and make it relatively straight. There we are. So there, that's that. Yeah, I don't know, Val. It would be nice if they would bring it out in the annual catalog, or maybe the Christmas catalog. Oh, wouldn't that be pretty to have all that rose gold stuff to use on your Christmas cards? So now I have this poinsettia in my head with rose gold shimmer paint on it. And of course, I don't even know if there's a poinsettia stamp set coming. There we are, just burnishing that. Doing the old rabbit ear trick. We're almost done this card. Oh man. This works really well for me when I'm not stamping in front of a crowd. Well, a crowd. A group of very special people. How's that? It's not really a crowd. Oh, look what I did. Yeah, okay. Oh well, because I turned the card sideways and I oriented the inside this way. So now I'm going to put this on. It's going to have a string of stamped images on the bottom, but that's okay. It looks fine. I don't have an issue with it. All right, where did I lost my rabbit ear on this side. Oh, come on. I'm sorry, you probably can't see what I'm doing. I was just lifting that up to get the rabbit ear so I could pull it out. So there we are. There's the card. And there's the envelope. And here's the original card. Oh, I haven't put the embellishments on. Uh-oh. Oh, where did I put them? There they are. So these are a little on the tricky side to get out. They're not difficult, they're just tricky. So let's just put 3 of them down here in the corner. 1. So do you know that when you're putting these on the 3, do the outside and the on both ends and then put it in the middle. I haven't pushed them down yet so that I can maneuver them and get them relatively straight on the bottom. What do you think? Looking good? There we are. So, today's card. Yesterday's card. And the original one. There we go. All a little bit different, but using the same layout and the same products. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this week to win a Home to Roost stamp set. And Jen M, I will send your package of paper home with Judy on Monday when she comes out for my new catalog launch. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching me today. I hope you have a fabulous day and get to do some stamping in your craft room. I'll be back next week at 9 o'clock. The new time seems to be working well for me, so we'll keep it at 9 o'clock. And don't forget to come to my Customer Appreciation New Catalog Tea Party on Monday, which is June the 3rd, between noon and 3 or 6:30 and 8. And there'll be lots of food and samples. You get your own catalog. I have a gift for everybody. And we're going to do a make and take using the new Magnolia. Goodnight Magnolia stamp set. Here's the make and take we're going to do. Isn't that gorgeous? Some of the designer paper. This is a stamp and a die cut. And the sentiment even comes from it. There we go. So that'll be prepped, I hope. I also have drop-in tomorrow from 1 to 3 if anybody would like to come and join us and do some stamping in my studio. Thanks for joining me. And Powell River's launch party is Sunday, June the 9th in Powell River. If you'd like to join me, let me know so I can make up the make and take kit for you. And I'll give the address of where it is. Thanks very much for joining me in my craft room this morning. Have a wonderful day. Stampin' Smiles and bye for now.